on the gram, they got it all worked out. But in real life, they're in tough shape. That's a tough break. A lot of good nights, a lot of rough days. Hit the gym a lot, but a bus fake. Real, yeah. Hey, mama called, said remember why you started. Real pops taught me when shit get hard to just go harder. All the things I used to want, I went and got them. Starting to think that I was better off without them. Real mama called, said remember why you started. Yeah, pops taught me when shit get hard to just go harder. Yeah, all the things I used to want, I went and got them. Yeah, what I got is all I got, at least I got them. Yeah, real friends. Hey, hey, real. Real friends, yeah, I'm talking about some real friends.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fanny Pack Swag, and today we are going to be going over an analysis of a game. Game time analysis of a player that sent me in one of their demos and asked me on ways that they could improve. And I watched this demo. There's a few ways that I think this person can definitely improve their gameplay, and I feel like this is beneficial for everybody else to see as well, the ways in which you could improve your gameplay. So let's get started. I'm going to skip by the warm-up. We're going to get started on the first round. All right, so the person we're looking at right now is Seb. 0-0, fresh start. Okay, so we don't really know where we want to go at the start. We're running around at the beginning. Right off the start, you should be communicating like where we want to go. Do I want to go out long? Do I want to go mid? Do I want to go lower B? You should know that immediately so you can get those couple extra steps and get down there. Otherwise, good shots, not staying there too long. That's a good play. You don't want to stay there too long. Killed one, killed two. That wasn't looking. That's good. Got control of sight. Got the bomb down. This is huge. That there was a sense of urgency with the objective. That's good. That's really good. Couple aim battles. I don't know if I would have peeked out that wide for that aim battle, but it worked out. And good aim, it just won the round. So all in all, that was a pretty good round. There's just a few things that could have been tightened up to make sure that you're going to win that round more often than not. Because really what we're talking about is statistics here, guys. When we're talking about having good behaviors, we're talking about having good behaviors all of the time so that on the times whenever shit does get hairy, it doesn't go all down the drain because you still have good fundamentals that you're using. It's a law of averages, guys. That's all we're talking about here. B-rush, good B-play. There wasn't any utility that was used across. That was, let's see. There should have been a smoke at the door and then a molly in the window. See, this smoke still hasn't been used. Good job on Seb for peeking with his teammates and not just baiting. That was really well played. Wow, Seb is cheating. No, I'm not. Don't ever respond to other people when they say that you're cheating. If you do respond to them, respond in a joking manner. But don't ever take anybody seriously or try to convince anybody else that you're not cheating. Another team, like, let them think what they're gonna think. This whole like sitting in spawn at 145 typing to the other team that you're not cheating, like that's just not good Counter-Strike. That you're gonna lose rounds like that, guaranteed. You don't need to let them know you're warming up for ESEA or like what you're doing. Like if they think you're cheating, they think you're cheating. That's cool. So not to harp on that for too long. Seb is doing a really good job here playing the objective and making sure that even though it's 3v1 that he's not chasing after frags. Could have taken his time there at long to get that kill. I feel like if he took his time and just slowed down and actually shot, just kind of aimed his gun, just shot his shots, he would have killed that person. But he played that really well overall.
Get ready. It is going to explode.
Like, after you respond to them the first time, you don't need to bring it up anytime other than that. Just respond to them once, say I'm not cheating. That's that. They can type and they can continue to type. You just play your game. Because if you're really not cheating, you're not going to get banned. And after the game, you guys are going to go both, or you're both going to go back to your own lives. And you're going to forget that it ever happened. So don't even waste your time trying to convince people. Even though he won that aim fight, that second aim fight there, he should have fallen off after the first pick, in my opinion. If you're in that situation, 2v1, even if you get that first kill quick like he did, likely against a good team, that second person is going to trade you out. So you want to be able to get away from him and get yourself into his advantageous position as possible. Even though that was pretty advantageous. Like he had a pretty good advantage there. I still would have just fallen off. But he still is doing a great job protecting the objective, making sure that they win the round before that he goes out and finds any frags. Kind of over peaked there at the end. But that's okay. He still got the frag. He's 11-1, so he's doing fairly well. The one thing I will say about the person who sent this in, Seb, is that he has very good mechanics. Is that you're going to learn a lot about how to aim and about how to move around the map from Seb. Not right now, whenever he's typing to the other team and not doing anything in the game. But he's a very good mechanical player. They're doing a good job. So it's 5v3 right now. They're just holding for a CT push. This is kind of what you want. You want to find a pick somewhere. You might be able to find it on Cat. Find the trade. Good job finding the trade. The other team found another trade. So don't run with your knife out there. It's 4v1. You know that they can push into Longhouse and you got one person in mid. That should be guns out the entire time. And if you have guns out and looking at Longhouse, then you're probably going to get that frag and you're still playing the round at this point. You can almost assume that they're going to push Longhouse. Like, you should automatically assume they're going to push Longhouse in that situation because they just got 2 kills top mid and you're the last guy. So they know that they have you on the ropes. They want to be able to shut it down right there. They want to pinch you. So you should almost assume that they're just going to be peeking, and you might even want to pre-fire it once you hear the steps coming up. So I could hear that person clearly long before Seb looked at him. I don't know what was going on there. Can hear another one. Good peek. But notice how he doesn't use his utility here. So the one thing that is kind of a drawback to Seb's incredible mechanics is that he doesn't use his utility often enough. Like right now he has full utility, so an HE grenade, flashbang, smoke, and a Molotov. You want to be using those pieces of utility to gain a piece of map control or to further yourself towards a bomb site, to further your control at a bomb site. Like those, that's the primary reason for using utility. So like here, you can molly off closed door to make sure they're not playing closed door. I think that's what he's doing. Yep, so that's what he's doing. You could flashbang out Yeah, I would definitely flash long here, and then you could smoke sight. So he uses an HE grenade, which is good. I would have smoked sight. And before I peek that, I'm going to flash it. Right now he's doing okay. He's playing kind of passive. That was a good shot. You got to be aware of your angles, guys, of where you're standing. He was open to pretty much the entire peak at long. With 2 people alive, you got to assume there might be another one there. You got to play like there's another one there. I know you want to check cat for the guy coming in for the trade, and that's probably a good place to check. Just make sure that you're crouching while you're doing it.
Let's go now.
All right, so we're looking at going into the B bomb site potentially. Everybody's already making so much noise upper. You guys might as well go out. They already know you're there, or they should know you're there. They only have 1 on B right now, which I find amazing. They pushed out long, so now they're going to wise up to the fact that it's going to be B. Nice pick. So before I peek mid here, I'm flashing it for an op. Or for that guy right there. If you're flashing him, you're either A, forcing him to look away, thus messing up his pre-aim, or you're fully flashing him and he's spraying while he's fully flashbanged as you're coming through the door. Or you force him off the angle and he has to retreat, so then you can find a more advantageous fight. Like, those are the 3 things that happen right there, guys, more times than not.
Let's go. Let's go.
That was a good pick right there. I would follow up with this pick right now. So while you got that pick, you're following up. Yep, you're flashing out. You're coming out. You got that right now. Smoke off door. Molly off window. That's one way to take sight. See, this smoke is coming in late. There's got to be an urgency to get the objective down before the counter-terrorists can rotate and they can get in position. They can start retaking. There's got to be an urgency to get that objective down, because every second that that objective isn't down, you're giving that second over to the CTs to be able to retake the bomb site. You can have the bomb site for 2 minutes, or you can have the bomb site for 15 seconds. It matters when you get the bomb. There's got to be an urgency around that, guys. That's why a lot of people are stuck in these lower ranks, is because they're not giving the objective the adequate amount of attention. They're just searching for solo frags, not playing as a team. Got to play as a team, got to learn teamwork. And that can include playing with individuals that you know in real life or that you've met on the game that prove to be good individuals to play with. But you want to find some consistency, and you want to find some people that you can work with. Generally, you like, even with me, I solo queue almost 100% of the time. That's just the way that I like to play Counter-Strike. But I work well with a lot of different types of people. I can work with multiple different types of personalities. So that's what makes it beneficial to me. So you might want to look at how you work with other people, or if there's anything that can be improved there. If you're always right, if you know what you're talking about. Like, these are things to analyze when we're talking about seriously getting better at this game. See, there's just too much utility at the end there to justify that peek into 2 CTs. Had an HE grenade, flashbang.
Counter-terrorists win.
Like, you can bounce that flashbang behind you and then peek up, and you got 2 opponents that are flashed. because like Seb's playing a really good game right now. Based off of his mechanic skill, you can tell like 18 kills. I think it's 5 deaths, 80 is 3.6, 165 ADR, 72% headshot ratio. He's got 1 4K, 1 3K. Like this kid's a beast. When it comes to aiming mechanically. But that is not always going to win you rounds, especially against better players. Better players that have about as equal amount of skill as you aiming are going to beat you when they're using their utility and when they're using their better positioning. Like, see, you don't need to take this fight here. He's got to smoke. He could have crossed, or he could have smoked the cross so he's not fighting at car, reloading while shaking his screen. I don't know what was going on there from either team. Let's just not talk about it.
Counter-terrorists win.
And this is why there's got to be a urgency to get the objective on site, because if Sub would have smoked the cross there and he would have gotten on site, killed that guy Cat, he would have been planting by that time. By the time the person was coming up long, his teammate would have been able to watch the guy from long. So you have the bomb down in that situation. You're forcing the counter terrorists to come to you, and you're putting yourself in a much better position than they are. Full utility with the bomb. Looking for frags with 50 seconds left. In this situation, when it's 1v1 or when it's 1v2 and I'm a terrorist and I have the bomb on Dust 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume that they're going to be splitting sites, or that they're going to be playing one site and one mid. So good on him for hearing that. Still got to use your utility, guys. But in a 1v2 situation like that, I'm going to go out mid and see if I can catch somebody off and see if somebody's not paying attention to mid. Because at that point, if I go through mid and I go up to one of the bomb sites, if I've isolated them 1-to-1, and there wasn't a person mid, then I kill the person and I immediately have the bomb site so I can plant the bomb. Instead of going through tunnels and giving them time to rotate. So a lot of unnecessary typing still going on. And this is why we don't type, or that we don't try and convince anybody else of what is actually the truth on the internet, because this is a month later and I bet nobody even remembers that this happened. So why are you wasting your time? And why are you not just focused on playing a better game? See, that was a good smoke. I would still flash it. Oh. So I don't know how you get lucky and get that kill. I would flash it and then I would run up straight. I wouldn't even worry about fighting him in tunnels with that smoke down. Flash it, or run up Cat, get the bomb down, make him come to you. If you plant the bomb, he has to come to you. I think everybody forgets this. And if they have to come to you, that means that you choose the rules of engagement. More times than not. That's not always true, but it's true a lot of the time that you get to choose the rules of engagement and it's your turf.
What's your status?
You know, they make retake servers for a reason. Still a lot of unnecessary typing and hanging out at long. See, there's no map control gained by any of these players. You have 5 terrorists that are sitting outside long door at mid with 1:10 left. And after 1:10, everybody decides that, oh yeah, we should probably start worrying about the other parts of the map. But they already pushed through tunnels, so they know you're not B. They know you have to be A. And this happens a lot in lower ranks,
Deploying flashbang.
is that it just looks like Pee-wee football a lot of the times. And when I say it looks like Pee-wee football, it's that every single person is trying to get to the ball at the same time, or they're clustered in one place. Like, spread out a little bit, play a default. Whenever you see that that person is on A, go B immediately. You know? Get some map control. You want to have a couple people going to different parts of the maps to make sure that if somebody does push, that they're punished for it. That's mainly what you want to be spending the first, like, 30, 45 seconds, maybe even up to a minute doing, is just watching and making sure that they're not going to get aggressive. And if they do get aggressive, that they get shut down. And if they start getting aggressive on other parts of the map, that they get shut down. That's a huge thing in lower ranks that I see that people are not doing.
I'm defusing the bomb. Bomb has been defused. Counter.
So I'm going to rewind this.
Counter-terrorists win.
See, you don't peek that again. Okay. So I'm coming through here. Even if I'm lit at this point. Yep, I'm coming around, coming through. Now, he could technically be at doors right here. He has a shorter rotate than you. He could technically be at doors, or he could be at window. I've seen it happen, right? Or he could be really close. He could be coming up, right? So what I'm doing right here is I don't have the bomb in my hand, right? I'm not holding the bomb as I'm crossing. I'm smoking door. Give me one sec. I'm smoking door, right? I'm Molotoving window. And then I'm going to nade door. I'm going to fake plant. Fake plant. You get up. You look for the push either through window. Your molly should still be going at window right now for a second. For a half second. It still should be at the end. Or you're looking through for the push through door. If he doesn't push, you can assume that it's safe and that it's clear, and you can continue planting. You don't run from tunnels, pull out the bomb at the end of tunnels, jump across, and then start planting. Those are two totally different things. Really, the only problem or the only things that I can see this person needing is they need to, number one, use their utility more, but number two, they need to stop overpeaking. Like, that's an overpeak. That's overconfidence.
I'm defusing the bomb. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorist.
And just learning to play as a team more. What I would recommend for this person is that they've taken a great step in graduating from playing matchmaking to now playing better pugs, better matchmaking on ESEA. The next graduation after that to learn how to become a better Counter-Strike player in this person's position would to be playing on a team, in my opinion, learning to play this game in a team environment, like a structured Counter-Strike environment. That's really all this person is missing from their gameplay is that structure. But once they gain that structure, once they play with it for a little bit, then they have everything they need to be a successful Counter-Strike player. So that's all I got for you guys today with this analysis, guys. I know that we only did the first half, but honestly, a lot of the times that's all you really need to see a lot of people's flaws when it comes to this game. Go ahead and drop in the comments what you thought, or if there's anything that you think that I missed, drop a subscription and a like if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time, and we'll do this again in the future. Thanks for everything, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.
On the ground, I got it all worked out, but in real life, they're in tough shape. That's a tough break. A lot of good nights, a lot of rough days. Hit the gym a lot, but a bus fake. Real, yeah. Hey, mama called, said remember why you started. Real pops taught me when shit get hard to just go harder. All the things I used to want, I went and got them. Starting to think that I was better off without them. Real mama called, said remember why you started. Yeah, pops taught me when shit get hard to just go harder. Yeah, all the things I used to want, I went and got them. Yeah, what I got is all I got, at least I got them. Yeah, real friends. Hey, hey, real friends. Yeah, I'm talking about some real friends.